Kia ora whānau, welcome back. Mara ki te tepu, from the garden to the table. Yep, this is part 3 of my bolognese meat dish or sauce that I'm making. I've now just heated up my pan. I've got quite a thick pan here. That enables me to put all my ingredients in there and cook it up over a period of time. I'm going to be doing this probably cooking part for about 4 to 5 hours slowly, but initially what I'm going to do is you would have seen me in the previous section, part 2, prep my carrots, my celery and my onions, and this time around I didn't cry or anything like that, so yeah, washing my knife, cleaning things down, yeah, keep those stings away. So I think one thing to remember is when it comes to cooking kai, whakapaipai te mea me ngā tapu. Make sure you keep things clean, wash your hands, as you saw in part 2 there. Cut up a carrot, fell on the ground, so I gave it a bit of wash to use back. Yeah, so I'm cooking for myself and my whānau. If you are moving into cooking in a commercial side of things, then you would need to make sure, just turn that down a bit, make sure that you're, let's put some water in that pan. Pick them up. Yep, put in some water in the pan. Now that's very dangerous, isn't it? Chucking my onions in just to get them a bit golden. So I put my probably a real liberal amount of olive oil in here. I'll brown off my onions, put them down. Yeah, as you do. Just make it all nice and brown. I will then add in my carrots and my celery, put them all in together and allow the fusion of the onions with each other, and then I'll chuck in my mince that I've got here, remembering I've got both pork mince and beef, and then I'll brown that off, once it's browned off and ready, then I'll put my other ingredients, which is the pasta sauce, the tomato paste, and puree to add it in, just to get the saucy mixture. Yeah, so it's from here on, it's really just the cooking phase of it, and then what I tend to do is once I've cooked it, it'll be ready. And then when it comes to cooking the fettuccine, you pretty much follow the instructions. Here it says cook with 8 to 10 minutes. So what I'll do is cook it for 8 minutes in a big pot of water, and I'll show you this with salt. And then the last 2 minutes I'll actually take the fettuccine out of there and take some of the sauce that I'm wanting, the bolognese sauce, and then I'll fuse it all together, mix it all together in a separate pan. That way I've still got my sauce that's available, and I can use that for a different meal. So effectively you are making the amount of fettuccine or spaghetti or pasta for what you're wanting to cook, or how many people you're feeding at the time. So yeah, so it's just now just a matter of cooking the kai and making things go brown, what I might do is just have a look at what it looks like, and then yeah, you take it from there. So there's the. I'm going to probably put my carrots and celery in now. It's I don't want it to get too brown, and then we'll take it from there. Carrots, celery, now I have some water set aside because it's going to be a slow cook. I don't want it to dry out and I don't want it to burn. So as the moisture evaporates and the moisture out of the vegetables starts to evaporate, I want to keep it moist because I am cooking slow time. So I'll be adding in water periodically to allow it to keep that moisture in the meat and the vegetables and that. It's a real easy dish. It's part of the reason why I wanted you to show it, is sometimes we don't necessarily have the skills. We're living in a lifestyle now where economics determines how we live our lives. Whether we are living in a place like in Auckland in New Zealand where the housing affordability is just out of whack. So you've got if you've got the fortune to have both parents at home, generally both of them are working, and so the time to cook like we are is not necessarily there. So the convenience of easy quick meals or takeaways or TV packs becomes the priority because the lifestyle is so fast. One of the things that Joseph and I decided early on in our lives is that we'd be a single income home, only in part because we wanted to have someone home with the boys when they were growing up, and also it just became a lifestyle that enabled us to do things around our family rather than the other way around, that we create a lifestyle around our job or our careers. I think if more people slow down a bit, and I think maybe this is one of the things that we're learning from the COVID space, is we're having to slow down. And cooking like I'm doing here, it's going to take 4 hours to do, so I have to prepare, I have to think about what my food looks like. It's not a quick process, and so it's taking time to cook and smell. Like at the moment I can smell the onions are now starting to the smell's starting to come out, and so that'll be fusing with the carrots and the celery. Pretty flash, really. Anyway, so that's what we're doing there. Once that gets a little bit more cooked, I'll then add in the meat and brown that off. Hey, if you like this, give us a thumbs up if you're finding this helpful. And what I might do, if people are liking these little mara ki te kai, or te tipu, from the garden to the table types of clips, I might do some more. It's not hard to do it, just got to plan out things. Yeah, anyway, keep well, and I'll come back with when I put the meat in.